What's up guys, and welcome back to Wall Street Millennial. Today we're going to go over some of the big time updates on a possible extension to the enormous 12-figure CARES Act, which saw the $1,200 Trumpbux paid out to Americans. If you like this type of video, or even if you hate them, either way let us know in the comments. Just make sure to say what kinds of videos you want to see in the future. Also make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to keep these videos coming. Many of us options traders use this money to invest in the new meme stocks of this year, taking advantage of the massive 65% gain in the overall market from the March trough. With the new relief package being debated by Congress, could we see another direct payment through a Trumpbux Part 2? Let's go through the recent developments. For some time now, Congress has been trying to put together a second CARES Act, which would probably include a second round of stimulus checks paid directly to Americans. However, Democrats and Republicans are disagreeing on many issues of the proposal, with Democrats wanting more relief to families and Republicans wanting to limit the cost of the proposal to less than $1 trillion. This has caused many conflicts and delays in the whole process. One of the negotiation tactics used in this conflict was a time limit on the funding of Congress unless a relief bill is passed by December 18th. On Friday, Congress approved a 2-day spending bill to avert weekend collapse in funding for the government, in order for Congress to keep negotiating on the $900 billion bill. In a rare move of bipartisanship, both the House and Senate approved the measure to maintain government funding for 2 more days in order to hammer out their differences. Trump signed the spending extension on Friday before the midnight deadline. The relief plan being negotiated would bring back multiple measures from the original CARES Act. It would provide funding for $600 billion of stimulus checks for millions of Americans, bring back supplemental federal unemployment benefits of $300 per week, food and rental assistance, and hundreds of billions of dollars for businesses, schools, and vaccine distribution. Congress has been unable to pass any stimulus since the first months of the pandemic. If they aren't able to change that this weekend, unemployment benefits will end for millions of Americans starting next week. This could lead to huge problems for ordinary people, including a wave of evictions and missed mortgage payments. Some of these concerns have been held off for the past months due to the CDC's order to halt residential evictions through December 31st. However, with this moratorium ending soon and without unemployment benefits, evictions could pick up again. The proposed relief package would ease a lot of these concerns. However, much of the work actually cementing the stimulus agreement is doubtful. One of the holdups is a demand by Republicans to bar the Federal Reserve from restarting a series of pandemic relief programs. The most recent issue is an issue brought up by Senator Patrick Toomey, which calls for a prevention of the Fed from being able to restart 5 emergency loan programs or any other similar programs in the future. These programs instated emergency lending facilities available to states, municipalities, and businesses to help the country get through the COVID-19 pandemic. Senator Toomey's concern is that if these programs are maintained even past the brunt of the pandemic, it will make the Fed have too much power to inject unchecked liquidity into credit markets. In his words, the main concern is that it will cause the Fed to become a lender of first resort rather than a lender of last resort. However, Democrats say that Toomey's proposals will actually curb more of the Fed's power than it had even before the pandemic. Of course, they rejected the proposal. On the other hand, Toomey said that this is not changing the Fed's role at all, and that if another dire emergency comes about, Congress could still approve new Fed programs to deal with it. Overall, this just underscores the inability of Republicans and Democrats to compromise, even on issues that don't have much impact. On Wednesday, at a press conference, Jay Powell said that after the pandemic is over and these emergency lending facilities are no longer needed, he will put those tools back in the toolbox until the next financial crisis. These developments show that even with government funding running out, Congress is so divided that they still cannot reach a compromise. In the middle of a pandemic, when food banks are seeing record demand and depression is overcoming millions of people, the only thing that Congress can pass is a bill to keep themselves paid for an extra 2 days. If they haven't been able to do anything for the past 6 months, it seems that there is no way they will be able to pass a relief package and renew the moratorium on evictions before the end of the year. If so, we may see a flood of people being forced onto the streets in the coming weeks. For options traders, that unfortunately means no more Trumpbux in the near future. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. If you have any thoughts on stimulus and future Trumpbux, let us know in the comments section below. In the meantime, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you in the next video. Wall Street Millennial, signing out.